Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. Hope you've not gone so far away, yeah? We are bringing all the questions about green card lottery. If you played green card lottery, yeah, last year, this is your period. This is your program, eh? Okay? So don't go nowhere, please. Kuja karibu. We have a very special guest here who will be answering all your questions and also just going into details of what it takes, where to go, and all that good stuff. Okay? So please make sure you share this video so that we can continue. Ama namna gani? Please share. Okay? Haya, wacha tumkaribishe mgeni wetu mashuhuri anajulikana kama Jane, lakini before we go there, if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning subscriber, asante sana. So So welcome so much. Guys are waiting to hear about green card, which is one of the ways to come here in the US. Karibu sana, utuelezee mambo sasa. And first of all, say hi to us.
Yes, good morning. I'm Jambo for my friends and family and community in Kenya. Good night. And all over the world, we are saying, how are you? I am Madam Jane, a resident of the US. We are here to talk about green card. I'm very happy to be hosted today to talk about this important topic.
Mm-hmm. Karibu sana. Yeah, guys, if you have pen and paper, please pick something you need to write with, because this is education. Is very important. This is information, which is we call power. Okay, so Madam Jane, let's start with first things first. Green card people started green card and they played last year, and maybe there's some people here who are new and they don't know what green card is. Could you just highlight the 10 nuggets for a green card so that somebody can understand?
Yes, Gary, we can start from that. Just a description of what is DV lottery. What is this thing called American Green Card? That's the main word that they use.
Mm-hmm.
For those who are new on this page, they know, maybe they've heard about it, or maybe they don't know about this program.
Yeah.
So it's a program like any other programs that the US has, that encourages people to come to the US to work and study and live and enjoy this American life.
Mm-hmm.
So green card is applied every year, mostly around October, for a period of 1 month. Last year, I believe it was October 6th to November 9. The dates might vary, but it's always around October, November.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great program. That's how I came to this country a couple years ago. And so I don't work for Kentucky. I don't work for any consular office, but I came through this program. So I'm giving, the information that I'm going to share is based on my experience as someone who went through this program. Okay.
Yeah.
And someone who has also helped others apply and host people who have had green card and see their life succeed, and mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you need to apply for green card, American Green Card Lottery? So first of all, you need a passport that is valid. A passport is a travel document for you to travel from one country to another.
Mm-hmm.
And so the passport that you need is from the country that you are living. For example, if you're Kenyan, you need a Kenyan passport. You can get those from Sharia House, and you can find out more information about it. I think the cost is about 6,000 to 8,000, depending on the size of the passport booklet that you need. It takes some time for this passport to come out or to be processed in Kenya. So if you are planning to apply this year in October, and you don't have a passport, I encourage that you start working on it now. Okay. Passport picture is also part of the documents that you need. That is a picture. It's not a travel document. It's a picture like the size of, like how you can see me on the screen right now. It has to be clear. You cannot have earrings like I have. Your hair has to be tied like that from the behind, and the background has to be white and clear. So as you can see, I have a picture on top of my background, so that if I was taking a green card, I wouldn't have that. Okay. So differentiate between a passport travel document, which is a booklet that you get from Sharia House or whatever part of your country you get those documents from, and a passport size picture. It's just a picture of your face. That's all they want to see. And because it is an identifier, and so is the passport. Okay. The third thing that, or one of the requirements, the other requirement that they need is a high school diploma or certificate or something to show that you completed high school. Okay. Those are the main requirements when you're applying for green card. High school does not, it really doesn't matter if you got an A or a B or a D. All they need to make sure is that you completed high school, which is the basic requirement in the US for any, if you're looking for a job or something like that. Okay. Please I would like people to know that they don't look at the grades really. I've seen this question pop up. If I had a D, they don't really care about the grade. If you don't have a high school diploma, they could also ask if you have work experience. And work experience is very tricky because it has to fit the job groups that they have. So I would advise people to go to the DV, to the website. I hope you can share it here. That has more, it has more information that you can access and get to learn about what the requirements are. Okay. Anyone above the age of 18 qualify to apply. You're an adult when you're 18. However, if you're a parent and you're applying for your children, they have to be under age 21, okay, to be included in your application, which you can. If you're a family, the husband, the wife, and the children can be included in that application. While we are on this topic, I would like to talk about a principal applicant. Who is that person? So that is the main person who is applying for this green card. Okay, the principal applicant. For example, if your husband, you are the principal applicant if you're the one who is applying, and only you needs the passport travel document. Okay, and that means that you add your wife and your children who are below 21 years. It doesn't matter if your wife finished high school or not. It doesn't matter if your children finished high school, and none of the beneficiary needs a passport travel document at that time, other than the principal applicant. I encourage families, married couples to apply twice. That means the wife can apply and add the husband and the children, and the husband can apply and add the wife and the children. And if they have a 21, any child who is 18 years old and above, that child can also apply on their own. That means the family has more chances. All right. I believe we are good on that. So normally Gary will, or I, and a lot of other Kenyans will announce when the application time is ready. So follow Gary Wanaina, you will know. It goes crazy. We are all crazy about it, and you will really know about it.
Yes. And there's something we maybe we need to also note that for applicants, you can also, as long as you also, if you, for example, you don't have a high school certificate or you didn't graduate, if you have like 2 years of work experience, that qualifies you to apply for a green card.
Yes, as long as it meets the job group, because it's
Yes.
very, very tricky. I had someone who did win a couple years ago, and we thought that the job group would fit, and they had gone through the entire process up to the visa, the appointment for the
Mm.
visa, and they had paid the visa, they had paid the
Wow.
medical, but the job group did not qualify. So it's very important to be careful with that. But if you have not finished high school, you can sit for the exam this year. They're sitting for the exam in December,
Mhm.
and the results will be out quickly. Or you can sit for that exam next year as a
Yeah,
private
you
candidate.
you talked about sitting for the exam as a private student, which you don't
Yes,
have to attend that high school.
yes, you can do that. And I've had people do that. So don't just sit there, worrying that you never finished high school. There is that possibility.
Yeah, there's something that we need to explain to people. Some people think when you apply for a green card, you will go the same year, but it says the people who applied last year, 2021, it's called 2023 lottery, because
Yes.
that's a possible time for you to start coming to the US, because there's a lot of other processes that happen here.
Yes, it's a long process, and they need to know you better. And they are doing a lot behind the screens. I'm telling you, all this information you are feeding that application. Americans are very smart.
Mhm.
Just like you can't host someone in a house that you don't know, they also want to know who they are hosting. So, for example, those who applied in 2021, last year, their
Yeah.
DV lottery is 2023. So it's DV
Mhm.
lottery 2023.
Yeah.
But they will start the fiscal year to start going to the embassy starts in October 1st of this year, 2022, up to September 30th next year. So within that fiscal year, they have to have traveled to the US, and they have to have completed their visa interview. So if you, for example, if you still are asking questions why they have not called you for the interview or invited you for the interview, and maybe um, you applied in 2021 or 2020, more than likely you are not coming or you're not going to
Yeah.
the embassy. Yeah. And we'll talk about that in the next topic, that process once you confirm that you are a winner.
Yeah. So now the wait that people who applied for the green card in 2021 was brought to an end, because the announcement was made on the 7th of May.
Yes, yeah, the day that we all waited so much, like
Yes.
me and Gary really passionate about this. We are crazy about this thing. I
Yes.
can say at least I am crazy about this thing.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
when the results came out on the 7th, we were all waiting for a long time, and it was announced. And when it was announced, during the application for those who applied, after they submitted their application, they
Mhm.
were provided with a confirmation number.
Yeah.
It's a number that you print out or you save somewhere, because that's the number that you always will need when the results are out to check if you're a winner. And so a lot of people use that to check, and some of them, I think they lost it.
Yeah.
So if you lost it, you can use your email, the email that you indicated there, your birth dates and your names. You could retrieve it with that
Mhm.
information. But that confirmation number is very important to always be stored somewhere safely.
Yeah.
So you will go to the same website that you applied, and then you check the status, as you can see it there.
On the
Um,
screen.
yeah, on the screen you can see that. So you put your confirmation number, I think your last name, which is the surname,
Mhm.
and then your year of birth, when the year that you were born, and
Yeah.
it will give you two results. One of
Mhm.
the results will say you did not succeed, or you are not selected. Okay.
Yeah.
For those who did win, it will say success. You are among the selected, and then it will give you all the way on the bottom. It will give you a case number that is now different from the confirmation number. And it will send you to another website. There'll be another website now for the selectee, DV something selectee. So that one is only accessible to those who have won, who have selected, okay? And from then they will be using the case number that they were provided.
Teacher Jen, or let me call you Teacher Jen for today, because you're teaching us good. You're teaching us good.
Yes.
So before we move on, let's just do step by step. Like, this is the electronic DV program, and this is where they check their entrance. So I just want to go step by step by clicking the check status. But before I do that, I just have to read this, the 2023 entrance status check. This is for the 2023. If you applied last year, you are the people who will be checking status here, not any other year. And then also there is a disclaimer here for the 2022 entrance status. DV 2022 entrant have until September 30th, 2022 to check the status of their entry through this website. Okay, that's the announcement for the 2022 also.
Yeah, so you know why? Do you know why that is? Why we have those 2 years? It's because people have until like the 2022. Those people who were selected in 2022 have up until September to check. So you don't have to rush if you did not, you don't have access to computer or things. You do have like a year to check if you are a winner. So that's why they have the 2 of them there.
Yeah. Yeah, and also it says here for the 2022 registration period, the date is there. So you'll just keep it here to, if you didn't manage to apply last year, you still have time. It's an yearly thing, an annual thing.
Yeah.
So let's, So let's now click that. So that's the page that you see after you click that. And then you press continue. It says, welcome. The U.S. Department State Electronic Diversity Visa Entrance Status Check for DV 2023 applicant is available until September 30th, 2023. So, and then entrance status check instructions. So we continue. So you are talking about the confirmation number. So this is where you put your confirmation number. So and last family name, year, and then you press, you put that code over there, and then you submit. But what Jen was saying, if you forgot your confirmation number, that's where you press, and then you say 2023. So you write your name, and Jen.
Yeah.
So if somebody has lost their confirmation number, is it a problem? Because somebody might ask that.
It's not a problem, because you can reach out to Kentucky, the consular office, and ask. But you do need to be able to access if you did win. And so that's why, if you can't find that, you are using your email, the email that you used when you applied. Because then if you don't have that, then you're done. There's no way to access it. Yeah. So it's only those 2 options.
So if somebody has forgotten their confirmation number and they've forgotten their email address, because some people lose their password and stuff like that, they don't remember their email address.
It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough, but you can still contact Kentucky. They have an email, through their website. Maybe they can help you. But remember,
I don't think it is their responsibility to check your email if you lost.
It's not their responsibility.
Yeah.
And it's millions of people who applied.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. If you lose that, I don't know. I don't want to say there's no possibility because I don't know, but
Yeah.
it is your responsibility to keep those two documents or information. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So now moving on swiftly. So how long now does the process of choosing the winners go for?
So it takes about, was it May, October? No, let's say October, November, December, January, February. About 8 months. Have we? I think we've waited for about 8 months
Yeah. Yeah.
since November, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So to the result to come out. But again, it's computer generated. It's not like people are picking. It's computer picking by itself.
Si
And
koroga.
yes, and it doesn't know that the information that you provided there is true or not true. So they're just picking people, right?
Yeah.
And they're picking twice the number of people that they need. So more than 100,000, but they only need like 55,000 for the whole that program for that year.
Yeah.
So that is why it is very, very important that information that you provide during your application is correct. If you say you completed high school, it better be, because if you are picked up and selected, you'll start a process of confirmation. Okay. And that is now what those who are selected are dealing with right now. It's now getting those documents to prove that whatever you said there is true. Okay. And just because if you got selected among the 100,000, and you know for sure that only 55,000 will be picked and half of them will not qualify, you better provide the right documents, the right information. Yes.
Wow. So you're trying to tell people that answering the question when it comes to the green card lottery, because actually I've filled that form. There's nothing like too personal that you feel, but the catch is when you're picked. That's when you will need to substantiate whatever you said. You said you finished high school, bring the results. You said you are married, bring the result.
Yeah.
So that's now the tricky part that most people fail.
Yes, that's now where a lot of people will be disqualified. And it's such a pain if you get disqualified after you have been picked, because honestly speaking, those who've been selected, can you imagine how many millions of people, even those who are in the US? We have a lot of people here in the US who applied for that.
Who apply? True.
So the fact that you are picked, you really need to make sure that everything that you provide is honest and sincere. Because down the line, they are checking behind the screen. They're gonna check. So, for example, for those who are selected this year, they are filling out a form called DS 260. Okay. It's a very long form with a lot of information. You need to have good internet. You need to have enough time. You need to have every document with you there so you can counter check. And the questions that they're asking there, it's not questions that you can't ask. It's not a test. It's not an exam. They're not trying to trick you. They're just trying to get to know you.
Yeah.
So if you have been asked your passport number, make sure you have your passport there with you so that you can check as you're filling it out, right? And because you're going to produce a copy of that passport and you're going to apply to upload as the next step. Okay. If they're asking you about did you complete high school, you are saying yes, and then the next step will be you'll be uploading that high school certificate. Okay. There's a reason why they're asking for that, because there are some made out there on the street that are not honest, and they will check to make sure that those documents came from the Ministry of Education.
Yeah.
They will ask for birth certificates for your children. They will need copies of that at some point. And so if you lie and you add a child that is not yours, then birth certificate has details. And again, they will confirm from the government if those birth certificates are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When it comes to marriage, if you indicated that you are not married or you are married, the DS-260 is asking you again the same question: are you married? What did you say when you applied?
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be consistent. I noted that it's also asking the spouses that you've had in the past, the people that you have married in the past. You
Yay.
know, it is very detailed. I'm telling you, it's
Mm.
very detailed. It's also asking your parents, you the principal applicant, or
Mm-hmm.
your wife, or your partner's
Yeah.
parents, the date of birth, where they were born, their full names. So you better be ready with those documents.
Mm-hmm.
Look for their ID so you can match every information. Because when you provide your birth certificate, you, the principal applicant, the birth certificate always shows the parents' names. So this is during this DS-260 process of application, it's a very, very important time to not mess up anything.
Yeah.
Be careful with adding people that you did not have in the initial applicant, unless it's a newborn baby, or you just recently got married and it's a honest thing. Okay. If you are looking for the marriage certificate, and maybe you have traditionally been married, you've been married or living together as couple, maybe you have children or you don't, you can go to Sharia House and you can get the customary marriage certificate. However, you will need an affidavit, but you can ask from your local government and you'll get to know what you need. So it is acceptable. That customary marriage certificate is acceptable, and you can get it from the government, because they need that. They need that. America, they don't do polygamy. And actually, one of the questions they're asking there is that, are you polygamous?
Yeah.
Or do you plan to come to the US and practice polygamy? So it's a lot of information. They are getting to know you in and out. They
Mm-hmm.
want to know your social media handles,
Yes. Yes.
your Twitter,
Absolutely.
your Facebook, and the
Mm.
name that you use on Facebook. And
Yes.
please just know, you can't lie. You can't tell them that you don't have more than one, or you don't have any social media. They will
Yeah.
find you. They will find you.
And I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna highlight on something on social media, because it's something that Kenyans we do. And by the way, before I continue, I see there is a lot of people watching. Please give this video a thumbs up so that the YouTube algorithm can help this video. Try, when you like this video, YouTube senses it's a good video. So please make sure you like this video so that it can go to other 5 people. When you
And
like this video,
questions.
the algorithm really boosted by your like and your comment. So thank you so much for our watchers and our listeners. So there's something very vital you said about social media, because sometimes we have other humor that is not American. Humor in America and humor in Africa is very different. And sometimes you can share stuff that, if a consular looks at your social media, they're like, you cannot come to the US. Like, for example, even a simple thing like maybe you playing with an animal in an unusual manner, because there is animal, what do you call them, like animal sheria za wanyama. So something very petty can deny you an opportunity, because they look at it different. So make sure when you're either applying for a visa or anything, limit your social media on what you're posting.
Yes, yes. And terrorism is a big thing. So they are looking at things like that. They are getting to know you, and they know that people share a lot about themselves, and you can know people through social media. You can know the kind of a person people are. So I always tell people, just know what you are sharing, because it'll down the line, these things are real. They are real. There's one question that they are asking there on DS260 for those who are selected. It's talking about social security number and whether you should give the Homeland Security permission to share your information with Homeland Security and things like that. That answer, whether you answer no, it always be a yes. They have to share your information, and also because a lot of Kenyans may not know what social security number is. It's a number, or it's one of the identifiers here in the US. It's a secret number that identifies everybody. Newborns, when they are born, they have that. And it's the same number that helps you work here in the US. You probably cannot work without that social security number and a green card. It's a number that you really protect. You don't share with everybody. And that is why you check yes on that, because that is how your social security number will be processed. But whether you put no or yes, this department will still share that with the Homeland and other departments that they need to. So if people have questions regarding what that social security number means, it's a very important number for you to live here in the US. They ask when you go to college, a lot of things, but as also it's a number we try to protect so much.
Yes.
Yes, because it has all your information.
You are known by your social security.
Yes. Oh my God. If somebody enters that number in any system, it brings the whole everything about you, including what you're putting right now. Yeah.
Please make sure you ask all your questions. We will be tackling all your questions. We don't want to differ from our topics. So
yes,
make sure you keep your question. Just ask your questions. We'll tackle all those questions. So please write your question. And I've said, guys, to like this. I only see 2 likes here, bro. I only see 2 likes. Please make sure you like like the video. Give it a thumbs up. Okay. Yeah.
The other thing is the host, Gary. That one is one of the biggest challenge that those who are selected are going through right now. In that DS260 is requesting that you have a host, someone who will take care of you when you come here to the US. They need the names, full names of that person. They need their tax ID. They need their financial statement or something. They also need the address, whether both physical and if they have a mailing address as well. Physical address is the address of where that person is living. Maybe if it's a house or an apartment. And mailing address is where the letters are mailed. And the reason why they need that information is they want to make sure that that is true. And also, that is where your green card will be sent. That's where your green card will be sent. And green card, remember, you can't work in the US without that green card, the card itself. So that's why they need that information. They don't want you to come here and be someone who is going to come and bother people asking for help or bother the government asking for help. So they're holding your host accountable for your needs and for the period of the time that you'll be here in the US. Mostly, I would say you settle down maybe after 6 months, probably 6 months.
Or longer.
Depending on who your host is. Honestly speaking, depending on who is hosting you.
It depends. And sometimes it's not easy to just come and land and start working. There's culture shock. This is not the same place as Kenya or the place you come from. Everything is different. If you drove in Kenya, here you drive in another. You drive in the other hand. So everything is the opposite because we use system, UK system. Here, America uses their system, which is opposite of everything. Even a switch,
Yes.
even as something simple as switch, you switch up, not down. A lot of
Americans
people,
love themselves.
a lot of people have gone to the shower and could not shower because they cannot switch just a tap, the one we know you just do like this. You cannot switch it on because some have some different formulas. So, and talking of hosts, you know, a lot of people, especially Kenyans, because of how we grew up, you find people asking you, si ukuwe host wangu, you know, and I don't think they understand the magnitude of being a host here in the US. It's not just kukuja ulale hapa na utoke. No, you become like my child. Everything happens to you. It's me. And it's not you, it's me.
Yes, yes. I've been a host for many years, and I
Mhm.
can speak from that experience. Is that you are going to come here in America and you're going to relearn. It's like you've gone to another planet. You thought you knew America, you don't know America. You don't. You are going to relearn about what you knew. And it will be a different kind of life. And so your host is really committed. And that's why I tell people that if somebody has accepted to host you, it's very, very important that you respect their boundaries, you respect their home, you respect their privacy, because people are struggling right now with finding hosts because people's heart have been broken. A lot of people's hearts have been broken. Your host, like Gary said, you'll be like a child needing to be hard held to learn about everything. Your host picks you up from the airport, brings you to their home. You guys have to wait for these documents. You don't know what documents is needed. They will have to take you to different places to get the social security number, your ID. They will teach you how to drive. They will help you find the jobs. If you get sick, they are kind of responsible for you. They are
Yep,
responsible to
yeah.
make sure that you are well fed. If something bad happens to you, they are responsible. And that's why they're asking for all this information about the host. Because the host is signing an affidavit agreeing that they're going to host you. Okay. And we've seen relationships go bad between host and the person being hosted. The first few months, it seems like everybody's excited, everybody's really happy. But because these documents take time to come, and because your host is very busy, you may not have the time for your host to take you everywhere you want or hang around with your host a lot. American culture is different. You will be responsible to cook, make yourself a meal. You will not expect your host to wake up in the morning and prepare breakfast for you, like we do in Kenya.
Yeah.
So you'll need to go to the fridge, grab some eggs, and cook for yourself. And you don't leave dishes in the dishwasher. You wash them. You are expected to do your own laundry. You are expected to help in the house. It's very unfair for your host to go work the whole day and then come home and dishes are piled there and you're just sitting watching the TV. But also, I think it's very important for the host and the person being hosted to have those conversations before that person arrives here in the US. It's very good to
Yeah.
have these concrete boundaries. For example, look for people who will support you when you are hosting this person. In support, I mean someone who can come pick them up, take them for a ride, take them to different interviews or to places. People they can connect them with churches, things like that. Have them maybe volunteer to help a friend or something. Keep them busy. Keep them busy because they can also get depressed. The people that you are hosting can really get depressed and worry what is going on. And it can be a lonely life because people are very busy here. Your host will be very busy. And so those conversations should happen before. And actually, for me, I draft something. With an agreement of like, you have to respect my family. You have to respect my privacy. You cannot I'm committed to making sure that you get a job, that you'll be at my house up to 6 months. And I mean it, because I'm going to work hard to make sure that you stabilize. You know, it's not just getting a job. I'll make sure that you get an apartment, because as you know, to rent an apartment here in US, you have to have a history of renting, you know,
Yeah.
or credit. They call it credit history, something like that, or rental history.
They check both credit history. They check your how long you like. For example, you have to have at least a history of 2 years renting an apartment.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you see, you've just come here the other day. You don't even have a credit card, so you cannot rent.
Yeah. So your host is very important, because they will help you either be able to rent, or maybe get someone who needs a roommate who can attach you to their lease. Okay. So that's why it's important to have these things drafted way before that person comes in. What I've done in the past is that I will make sure that by the time that person comes here, I have like a bus card for them, that they can use. And I encourage them to take trips as long as they have my address somewhere and my phone number. I encourage them to get to any bus and go somewhere. I will send them to different places, maybe to do shopping, keep them busy, maybe get them a gym card so they can go, just make sure that they are not just stuck in the home. Because we do have hosts who do that, or maybe they become like house helps. Really, that's not what they are there for. So host is a must have for you to complete that DS-260. Reach out to people that you know, you reach out to your connections, and please respect the host and their family. You have to leave some behaviors that maybe you learned in Kenya. You can come and you are drinking and showing up late at your host's home, and not respecting their children or their relationships. I mean, these little things that we ignore can blow up to be something else. So for someone to accept to host you, they have
That's a big sacrifice.
That's a very big sacrifice.
Yeah.
And once you graduate and get out of that home and you have your own apartment, leave everything about that family right at the doorstep. Go build your own life. Come visit them once in a while. Do like a shopping, do like a grocery shopping, or write a card, or bring them some like flowers and tell them thank you, because you never know when you need them again. And also you encourage them to help someone else. Yeah. I have like 6 people right now who are requesting me to host them.
Wow.
So this year, for those ones who just won the green card, and I have like 12 from last couple years on the line waiting. And so I can't host as many people, because remember, again, I have to take care of them until they can stabilize and move out. So I've tried to reach out to a lot of people to help me out, and people are not willing, and I don't blame them. So if you get a host, please be nice. Please be nice to them. Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about KC. It's called KC. There's abbreviation KCC. Ndio tumezoea KCC ni maziwa ya afya.
Or Kentucky Consular Center.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
because that becomes your correspondent after you are picked for a green card.
Yes. So that is the center, the National Center for Visa, which is Kentucky. It's based in Kentucky. And that is where they process this information. And that's your communication center. They are very good with communicating with you. And so respond to them. If you have any question, write an email to them. You can call. Actually, there's a number there. There's a number that you can call for those who are able to access the DS-220, the DS-260. They can see there's a number there that you can contact them. So make them your friend. Communicate with them. In America, questions are answered. Don't be scared.
Yeah. And even in a nice way.
in a very nice way, in a very nice way. So, and if not, then reach out to people like Gary or me or other people who are here, and they may be able to answer. But it's always good to go to the source of the
Yes.
information, because you
Mhm.
hear different things from people who sometimes don't know anything.
Yeah.
But yes, Kentucky is processing this, and the DS-260 is the application for your visa, by the way. That is the application for your visa, and it's the one that will be sent to the consular or the embassy in Kenya or in whichever country they have an American embassy. So that is the form that is starting your process of getting the visa to
Mhm.
travel here in the US. After you complete the DS-260, the next step, like I said, is uploading the documents that you indicated you have. If you do have challenges with internet and you're not able to upload those documents, you can mail them. I think there is a mailing address, but it's better if you're able to upload because it goes right away. Remember, you produce those documents again at the embassy during the interview. Okay, so those are just copies to help them go on with whatever they need to check. So you will need to take those documents to the embassy. Yeah. So you're not communicating with the embassy this time. You're communicating with Kentucky Consular Office.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Until the day you know that you're going to the embassy for your interview.
yeah, I've seen in the message that you sent me. There is a lot of pointers. Yeah, be aware that KCC can only inform you that your process has been processed. It cannot tell you that whether your family member are eligible for diversity. Some other unnecessary question. They will not like. They only answer what is in their jurisdiction. You know.
Yes, yes, yes. And if there is any change, even after
Mm.
you fill out the DS-20, maybe you have another newborn baby, you can communicate with them and provide that information. If somebody in that application passed away, unfortunately, just let them know that that person passed away, so that they can remove them from that. Be very careful with adding other people that you did not include. We do see a lot of people adding like new boyfriends, or
New
people who
catch.
promise new catch. Please, you can bring them later after 5 years when you become a citizen. But right now, focus on yourself because you can be disqualified very quickly.
Very easily.
Don't
And
add
and
your cousin's children
mm,
to be your children because they will ask for birth certificate again.
uh-huh.
So a lot of those 100,000 people who have been selected, they will remove 50,000 of them, and those little mistakes are the ones that will make you get removed.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes,
Yeah,
disqualified.
yeah, and some people will always tell you, apply for me because you're in the US. Maybe you'll be lucky. And I always tell guys, they only choose you according to your region. If you are from Kenya, even if I apply from here, it will read you applied from Kenya.
The computer does not, maybe it can, but it doesn't care where you're applying from.
Yeah.
So just because we apply for people, I mean, if they knew that, then all our families will be, really it doesn't. You can apply from anywhere and you can apply it yourself. You don't need someone else to help you. But maybe
Mhm, mhm.
for accuracy, maybe you can go to a website or for internet.
Yeah. Let me tackle one question here. I want to apply for
Mhm.
green card. Kindly give me where to start from.
I would say you can't apply now. You have to wait until October. It's DV lottery,
Yeah.
something I think Gary will share that.
And even it
And
says it says here. I've just put it here. Let me go back. Let me go back. Oh, the session expired.
yeah, because you probably
Yeah. But by the way now, let me just tell the person who wants to fill in this form in the next coming October. This form is very tricky. It's 2 pages, but you have to be very quick because it expires after every like very few minutes. By the way, they expect all your, because it's a very easy form, they expect everything to be in your head. So make sure everything you have, like passport number, is everything is there, so that once you start, it's chap chap. Otherwise you repeat this form like 20 times. I don't know if you've experienced that problem.
And the same goes to DS260. Like I
Yes,
said, it's pages and pages. But the goodness with DS260
you
is
can
that
save.
you can save and then come back
Uh-huh.
tomorrow. But this
Yeah,
one for the application, you have to have every information. And
yeah.
yes, again, right now you cannot apply because the website is not even going to work. But in October, follow Gary. You will know when
Yes,
those applications are.
it says October 7th. I had seen that date somewhere here on this one of these. Yeah, yeah. Here, entrance for 2022. We are here now. Entrance for 2022. Check. You will check here. That's where you will see apply. It will not check. It will not be check status. It will be apply. So 2022 October 7th. Okay, until November 10th. Okay. But the dates changes, they vary, so they can say here 7th to 10th, but sometimes it starts 6th, yeah, like that.
And also that the person who is asking how to apply, please make sure you have a passport that is valid by
Yeah.
that time. By that time.
Yeah, let me go back, see if there's any other question. What about applying US Army? Okay, US Army you can only apply when you're here and you have green card or citizenship. You cannot apply US Army. And I've brought a lot of military people. I brought a lady here from the military. She talked quite in depth when it comes to joining the military. I tried to join Air Force, so I know a little bit about Air Force because I actually went some few steps. So yeah.
Yeah.
Can I apply the upcoming green card? And if I won this one, 2023? Wait, what? Can I apply
So
the upcoming green
you
card if
can.
I won? No, you
No,
can't, because if you
no, if
won
you
this
won, why
year,
do you need to apply
why
again
do you
if you
need to
did
apply?
win?
Yeah,
But if you did not win, you can apply as many times every year. Just use a different photo, a different
yeah.
picture, but you can apply again.
And if you're watching us from other platform, please go to our YouTube. It's called Mkenya Marekani. That's where all this, and click the bell so that anytime we are bringing these live interviews, you'll be able to get a notification. Okay. And then the questions now are trickling at a first pace. What is the minimum requirement when you are applying apart from the passport?
You need the passport size picture. You must be 18 years and above. You must have completed high school or have a job experience of 2 years that is applicable here in the US. And you can
Yeah.
go to their website and see what kind of jobs. No, it's a must.
But the
Passport is
passport,
a must.
yeah, and it has to be valid on the day you are applying,
Yes, it
because
has to be valid.
yeah, for example, if you apply today and it expires tomorrow, it's still valid, because you can then renew another passport and then you'll bring that new passport whenever
Yeah.
you're going for the other application. But always bring the other passport that you applied with, because that is what counts.
Yeah, so Johnston, a passport is a requirement. It never used to be a requirement. I think the last couple years they are asking for it. So it is a requirement. So
I had TB 9 years ago. Will that affect my eligibility?
no.
Yes, it might.
No, if TB is the TB as a disease, right?
Because yes, because they check people after you've won your green card. There is the health department in Nairobi where they check you and you have to pass. So for example, if you test positive, they will do chest x-ray. If it turns positive, they will do sputum. If it turns positive, you'll have to undergo a 6 months regimen of treatment, or nine months, 6 or 9 months. I don't know which is which, but they're both like, there's another one for 6 and there's one for, I think they differ because of prices. Yeah,
and they
so
will treat you. They will treat you to make sure that you are okay. They don't disqualify people or discriminate people based on being sick. They used to.
yes.
When HIV/AIDS was something else. They used to deny people, imagine, to come to the US if they had HIV/AIDS. So they don't now. So if you had TB 9 years ago, I mean, I would assume that you're okay now. But if they test you for the medical, because they have to test everything.
Everybody. Yeah.
And if they find that there's something wrong, they will try to treat you. Because that would be really discrimination, just like they
Yeah.
don't discriminate on physical if you have a disability, you know.
Is the passport still a requirement? Yeah, we've tackled that one already.
Yes, it is. It is.
This is missionary Paul Garama. Big salute, big salute. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
From
Thank you, sir.
Kirkland.
Yes, yes. Ako jirani yako hapo.
Jirani yangu huyo amekaribia Bill Gates sana. I won, but what if this number is close to 50K and I fear? Oh, good. That's why I'm asking if I can apply again. I won, but what if his number is close to 50K? I mean, go ahead with this. Go ahead with this. Even if it's 60,000, that's fine, because a lot of people will be disqualified. So go ahead and fill out the 260. Or when October comes, then you'll know where you are. But I would process my DS 260 and continue with this process. Congratulations, my man. That's good for you.
Yeah. So missionary Ngarama anasema ati yeah, if you applied last year, you can check now. The results are out. They came out on May the 7th. So, and I've just showed everybody. I've just shown everybody here. This is the place where you check your status. You come over here, and this spot, that's the place where you will apply. I mean, you will check status over there. So you press that. It's very easy. You press that. You continue. You put your confirmation number here, your last name, birth. Sorry, it's here, birth day, and then you fill these letters, which is different every time you open this link. So these letters are not the same as this. It will have something different. And then submit. And then remember, this site expires after a few minutes. It's timed. Okay, so make sure you're chap. So and the reason why Jane, we bring these stories here is so that guys can be empowered to do it themselves. Because the reason why Ubroka in Aishangi, Kenya is because of we bring here, we will show everybody, but kuna watu bado, they will want you to feel for them, which if it's one person is okay, 2 people, 3 people, 75 people. So you see that becomes now too much time to spend feeling for people. Now I'll have to charge you see, but which is no, it's true. See, you know, kuna saa ya family, kuna saa ya kazi, ile masaa, kuna saa ya nini. So I'm just, that's why we bring this information out here. And it's so that you can empower yourself and up. If you need to apply, you apply. If you need to check your status, you check. Unakata hiyo middleman. That's what we are trying to do, to cut the middleman.
And actually, I would encourage people, now that we know about this green card, now that we are talking about it, that you use that website, DV Lottery, the one for application. Gary, you can update it there so people can see it. You will find all the information you all the questions that you're asking right now. You'll know what they need about passport size picture. You will see so many questions that people have asked in the past. So information is power. Please use that website, because if we were to share what is needed, I don't think it will take us quite a couple of days. But then you're getting the information from the right source. So use that website as your resource.
And by the way, I've not said I can't help anybody. I'll help people, but it will get to a point where it becomes too much, you know?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. So, it can be.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. But this information, since I'm just doing it once, you can always refer. You can always come here and do it as you refer to how we were feeling. And that's basically it. To check your status is exactly how I've shown you. You just come there, you put your confirmation number here. You put your confirmation number here, and then you go down, you put last name or the family name. Okay, you put it right here. Okay, so and then year of birth, you come, you put it over there, and then you put these characters here, and then submit. Then it will move you to the next process. Okay, and for example, if you forgot your confirmation number, you also press this link over here. It will bring you to when did you apply. So we are checking for 2023. Then family name or last name, first name, okay, middle name, then month, day, that's date of birth. Okay, so everything is very easy. So and that's the reason why Mkenya Marekani always like to bring this information, so that you can be empowered. Because can you imagine if you have to pay somebody to do for you everything? You will be working for them.
Yeah.
One
thing, Gary, that we forgot to say is, for those who are going to who are selected this year, and for those who are selected the previous year, who are getting ready now to at some point to go to the embassy. So once you complete your DS-260 and you have uploaded the documents, they will send that information to the embassy. You'll be notified of the day to go for your medical at specific places. They have specific doctors, and this process is expensive. You will need to pay visa for your visa processing, and you will need to pay for your medical. So I think the fee is about 30, maybe 35, 38 for the medical, and I think maybe 35 for the visa processing. So in total, it's about 80,000 per person.
And also medical, it depends. Because for example, there's a person who will go, and after their chest x-ray, they are good to go. There's somebody who will go for chest x-ray and sputum. Sputum, you add another 9,000. Then when I went. Yeah. So if you have to do the medication again, that's another. So you see, it varies depending on your situation.
Yeah. So I'm very honest with people. You know, once you know that you have won this green card, or you've been selected, there is a lot of work to do. It's not. So you have to hit the ground running, right? You have to hit the ground running. You have to check all the documents. You have to get passport now for the rest of the family members. You have to make sure that you have saved that 70,000 per each individual in your family. And you have quite some time, depending on when you'll be going to the embassy. for example, those people who are very close to number one, maybe I have one person who is 4,000. So that person will be going to the embassy this year and maybe traveling to the US this year. So I have asked them to really hit the ground running as soon as possible, start looking for that money. Because as soon as you send your DS-260, then everything starts working, the process starts going forward quickly. But if you don't have that money for everyone in your family, let's say I have one family that has 2 children, wife and a husband. The husband is the principal applicant. So I've asked them, if they can't get the 240,000, I think it is 80 times 3 times 4. 80 times 4 is 360,000 Kenya shillings, for example. They can have the principal applicant complete the embassy interviews and everything, as long as they're communicating with the consular office, Kentucky, and the embassy as well. And from there, maybe that principal applicant can come here because the principal applicant has to be here with everybody else, or they have to be the first ones to come here. So they can't be left behind. They're the one carrying that application. So maybe after they come here, then he can look for money. But for most part, I encourage people to go, the whole family to go through the visa and through the medical. Then for the air ticket, because you have 6 months from the day that you get a visa to travel to the US. Maybe the principal applicant can come first. It's just a one-way ticket. And the rest can remain because they already have the visa and they have 6 months, right, to travel. And so by the time when the principal applicant arrives here, they can kind of like do a fundraiser or, see if they can get some friends who can help them from here for the other family to get a ticket to travel.
Yeah, somebody here is asking a very good question here. Jeff Munywa, karibu sana. What if you won from here?
From here, I assume you're saying from the US. You applied
Yeah,
when
from the
you were
US.
here. Guess what? You can process your paperwork here. You don't have to go back to Nairobi. Yeah, if you're here already, and actually it's gonna be quick. So you can process that from here in the US.
Somebody here is asking, Richard Mungeni anasema, my daughter was born after applying last October. Wow, congratulations.
So
I
happy.
added her in the children section and also stated that I want to travel with her. Do I still have to add her as a participant?
Yes, congratulations, Richard. Your baby did not want to be an American, right? She wanted to be born somewhere else. Congratulations. So yes, you can now add your baby. That is one of, they allow that. Newborns can be added now in your DS-260, and if you married somebody. So yes, but at some point they'll need you to upload the birth certificate and the baby's picture. So yeah, you can add, that is fine.
If you have any other questions, I see we've already gone past our 1 hour.
It's okay. You can go the next 30 minutes. It's fine.
which was very important. Anything you want to now contribute towards this green card? Anything you want to contribute?
Not really. Yes, I want to congratulate those people who listened to us, because I have quite a number who were selected, and they came to this platform. They heard what we were saying. In this life, you have to try things. You can sit back and say, this green card, I hear millions of people apply. I don't think I'm gonna win. But you don't know. You don't know. You better try. I also tell people, you are born by your parents, but you are a child of the world. Spread the wings. Go. So try, and if you do win, hopefully that when you come here in the US, you realize a lot of opportunities here. Do not forget your dreams and your visions that you had here. Follow the laws in this country. Please follow the laws, and be honest in this whole entire process. Be very honest, because a slight mistake, they will detect it very quickly. And don't leave them with questions, with questions like, oh, they said they indicated this on their application. Why are they saying this different? And when you go to the embassy, they're not there to trick you. You got this. America has selected you for this. You got it.
Yeah.
So just be honest in whatever questions they ask you. Be very open and honest. And it's okay to say you don't know something. If you don't know, you don't know, right? In that application, I think there's places where you can say, I don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. Okay. But we are wishing you the best. Ask questions, ask the embassy questions that you have. Process this thing. It is a long wait. It's a long wait until September 30th next year.
Yeah.
So if you're among the last one to go to the embassy, it's a very long wait. So go ahead with your life. Go ahead with your life. Please don't put your life at hold because you're coming here. Until you have that visa, that's when you can say you're coming to the US.
Yeah.
But I would say start processing those documents. You cannot complete DS-260 without the documents that you have, without a host and their address. And even once you complete it, you need to upload those documents to indicate that really you have them. And then you wait for the embassy to contact you, or Consura, regarding your visa interview date. And you have to pay the money at that time, and they will let you know where you go for your medical. So start working on that. And don't delay on DS-260. Like I said, it's the one that schedules your time, helps to schedule your time for your appointment. So if you delay for a long time, you're not the only one. Remember, we have 100 people, and they're looking of ways to disqualify people to reduce that number to 55,000.
Yeah. So there are categories of how people can prepare themselves. The category number 1 is when you are applying. Category number 2 is when you're selected. Okay, that period between selected and now filling the DS-260. DS-260, by the way, it's the form that you fill when you win the DV lottery, the DV program. That's the form you fill. Every form here in America has a number. It's like roads. Almost all the main roads, they have numbers. Everything here has numbers. So the form DS-260, don't feel it's a big word. No, it's just the name of that form. So, and then there's also the preparation once you've gotten the visa to coming to the US. And now once you land, that preparation now, there is now those different categories of preparation. Could you elaborate how somebody should prepare themselves?
Which section would you like? Prepare themselves to come here, or once they get here?
We are now talking about selection. You've been selected. Okay. And then maybe we can talk also coming to the US now, being ready in mind to come to the US. Yeah.
All right. So you've been selected, and now you have checked, and you have been told success. You have succeeded. You are among the selected thousands. You've been given another website that is DV Selectee something, and that is only for the people who are selected who can access that. And you have been provided a case number. So now you're forgetting about the confirmation number. Now you have a case number that will help you to come to the website. And so preparation for this means have the documents that you need. Have your passport number ready and it's current if it has expired. Have your, the address of your host and their name, because you'll need to feed it there. have your previous, actually they're asking your previous address for the last 5 years, places that you have lived for the last 5 years. If you know that, that's fine. If you can't remember the exact address, you can say maybe the location. You can say maybe Githurai or in Nairobi, something like that. Because in Kenya, I don't think we have those addresses. You need the last phone numbers you've had for the last 5 years. You must provide that. You need to know your parents' names, their dates of birth, where they live today, and I think where they were born or something like that. So it's very important that you have that information ready before you start working on DS-260. You also need the information regarding your family that you're traveling with, or the ones that you put on that application. So for example, if you don't know much about your husband or your wife, you need to get that information. You need to know, you need to be really conversant with that form. So just open it and go through it and see all these questions that they're asking. Once you finish the first page, you can save it and say continue, and it will save that information. But if you don't have internet and maybe you are not done, all the information, if not saved, it's just gonna go away. Like I said, make sure that you have a host and their form. Otherwise, your form will not be completed. So those are the kind of preparations that I would ask that you have. Be ready, have good internet. Look at the questions once again, because it's easy to click the wrong button and say maybe no or say yes. For example, if they're asking a question about terrorism and you say yes, but you meant to say no, see, now you put yourself in a bad place.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember all the Twitter handles or the Facebook, all those things, put them there. But more importantly, just open that. If you want to print it, you can print it and take it home and look at it. Give yourself time. But the soonest you send it here to Kentucky, the better, so that your process can be started. And you will know for sure you're among those, among that number that they need. But use your resources, use the people that you know, use your friends, people that you know here to guide you. But more importantly, use the website. You may get the wrong information from people. Yeah, so be prepared, have a stable mind, because I think what I'm seeing is people are now freaking out. Once you see that you have won, you kind of you're happy and you're scared. I think that's what I should say.
Yeah.
You're confused, you're happy, you're scared. But it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel that way. Know that we are here to help you and to support you. Reach out to Gary, reach out to me. We can guide you, but more importantly, reach out to the website.
Let's see. Godi Desrim. My birth certificate have 2 names. What is without the last name? Family name, while my ID have all 3 names. Is it a problem? Yeah. I don't know there. I feel somebody.
No, it's okay. It's okay. My birth certificate has 2 names. So I'm assuming it's just your first and second name. It should have your parents. Your birth certificate should show your parents section. Birth certificate should show your parents section. That is without the last name, family name. While my ID has all 3 names, is it? I don't think there's any place they're asking for your ID, Kenyan ID.
No, Kenyan ID. It's only passport.
Yeah, the passport is the most important, and what is in your
ID, they
actually,
don't even
whatever
care.
is in your passport is the most important. It's the information that you put there. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is New Era says there is no document request again. It has also been waived. Oh, just like the passport requirements, you will have to carry it to the embassy on your day of interview.
I don't know what you mean, but I do know. Yes, you have to carry all the documents that you have,
including your passport.
you have the original ones. You have to. but you do have to upload the next section after you complete the DS-260. The next step, they are saying you have to upload the copies of the documents that you have, copies. So yeah, those documents will be needed at the embassy, the original ones.
So let's see this. TikTok Trend says, is it possible to be scheduled for an interview for a higher case number than a similar one if I submitted my DS-260 so early?
So again, DS-260 is helping with scheduling your appointment for your visa. So I think your question is asking if your number is maybe number 50 and you have just sent your DS-260 early, is it possible for you to go early? I don't think so, because they follow these numbers. But yours can come early if maybe the people ahead of you did not respond, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are done with all the questions. Yeah, I think if you have any other questions, please you can shoot your questions so we tackle before we finalize this very, very, very educative segment today. You know, I want the DV. How can I get a host? I don't have one.
Oh, Bilal Yusuf, you have to look for one, my friend. You have to use whatever resources you have, because that DS-260 will not go through without your host. So reach out to people in your community that you know, friends. You have to have a host. But also to tell those who want this green card, the probability of you getting this visa and coming here is very, very high. It's very, very high. And you are mostly the one that's going to mess up this thing. But by not being honest, by not being, do they say honest in America? Not honest.
And honest, yeah. There's no,
Yeah.
there's no H. It's not H. It's H.
Yes, yes. And please, when you come here, avoid alcohol. Men, follow the law. Don't fight as husbands and wife and everybody else. Domestic violence, drinking alcohol or driving, those things. And by the way, let's talk about this before we go, Gary. And I do see there's a question. Maybe we can answer the question, and then being a citizen, what does this green card lead to eventually? Maybe we can answer this question first. All my documents are laminated. Oh, you took it
laminated.
Away. Can it cost me? No, I think you can print them. And yeah, no, I mean, it's good that you laminated them so they can stay safe.
But no, they will need your document as is. They don't want lamination.
Maybe
you laminated your whole passport. They need what the reason they will need your passport as is because they run it through a machine. So if it's laminated, they don't want to I think it's just part of their whatever, because I remember I've traveled with a passport and it's inside a wallet. They always tell you to take it out.
No, you have to take it out.
Yeah, even if it has it has like a karatasi where you can see through.
Yeah, figure out how you can remove that, or if you get another document. Yeah,
definitely you have to remove.
Yeah, but I can see why people laminate. They want them to be safe and not messed up. Is there a question, or we can address what green card ends up with being a citizen?
Yeah, let's finish this question. Can you apply when you are in other country?
Yeah.
Yes, as long as the country is under the countries that are, they're eligible.
So I think Mary Boro, you are saying, for example, if you're in Middle East and you want to apply for green card, you can apply from anywhere. You can say your country of origin is Kenya, so that means you go for the visa interview in Kenya. For those who are here in the US, I think they have always, even in UK, I think you can also say that's the country of residence where you are, right? And you could go to the interview in that country too.
Yeah, but they only go with the country of origin.
Yes.
They go with the and then also on this website you'll be able to see which countries you can apply and the countries you cannot. So like last year, a country like Nigeria was not in the list. So
so it's important to use Kenya, because Kenya is always on that list. Ghana and Nigeria are not. So you should put the country of origin. And then, for example, for people who applied when they were in Kenya, but they put the country of origin as Kenya, but they are here in the US, then they can process it here. They don't have to travel to Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they always check, it's the country of your origin that it matters. Where you live, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It can matter when you want to apply there, but they check because your passport is from Kenya, it's not from the US, you see. Let's see. Hey bro, mnachoma hapa hivi bana. Kuna mtu amelaminate passport ni kama textbook ya mathematics.
Oh my God, yeah. It means that they're taking good care of their documents.
Yeah, Ian Kamande anasema Kenya ni aje, shout out mini web developer. If anyone needs a site, please. Oh, that's awesome. I should ndakutafuta bro. You'll tell me where you're coming from, kama uko Kenya ama wapi. Let me know. Hey, passport. Hey, sawa. So let's now move to the topic as we conclude.
Yeah, so I just wanted to put it out there that this green card is a very good program, because after you arrive here in the US, first of all, there are so many jobs. So I've been hearing people asking, am I going to get a job? How can I pay apartments? They are very expensive. All that. There are jobs, and you can work anywhere with that green card. Okay. Mm-hmm. After 5 years of living here in the US without any felon, that's why I was talking about DUI, driving under the influence, domestic violence. These are felons. If you live here for 5 years and you don't have any criminal background or history, you can apply for citizenship. Okay. Yeah. And I really encourage people to apply for citizenship, because you can be returned to the country of origin, deported with a green card. Just know that. Especially when you have like DUIs and things like that, you can be deported. So that's why it's always good to have a citizenship, because with a citizenship, it's a different case. And once you become a citizen, it's a pretty easy exam and a fee that you pay. Then you can bring your parents. You can apply, start process for them to come when you're a citizen, or children that you had maybe who are adults, or any other children that you did not put there. And citizenship opens so many opportunities for you in terms of whether it's scholarship or many other things, and some jobs that maybe, especially like government jobs that needs citizens, right? You can, if you have green card, you can join the military and get citizenship quite quickly. With green card, you can travel back and forth from Kenya to here. Like when you get a citizenship, you can travel to a lot of countries with that American passport. Um, so I always encourage people, because we have a lot of people who have green card here and have been here for more than 5 years. I
Yeah.
always encourage them to make sure that they get that citizenship, apply for it. It's a simple interview with some questions there. It's not hard. But let me tell you, if you did win this green card, or you've been selected, please don't let this opportunity go. God has a purpose. There is a lot ahead of you. There is a lot of opportunities in terms of education here. And you'll notice that when you come to the US, your certificates, whether you had a master's degree from whatever university in your country, here it's not recognized. However, you can go and pursue a master's degree. You don't have to go back and start all over again, or you can pursue whatever degree you want. There's so many jobs, so many jobs, but you have to humble yourself in the beginning, because the beginning can be tough. So you got to work whatever kind of job you find. Don't worry about which state you get your host. You can be hosted, and then maybe you can move to another state that you want. I will tell you that someone working at a supermarket earns almost the same as someone who is working in a bank. Okay. So you will be able to pay for your apartments. You will be able, like, for example, I think here, Gary, in Washington State, someone working at a supermarket are being paid like $20 an hour, right?
Yeah, depending which
Yeah.
supermarket. Walmart, I think they just raised their wage.
So you'll be able to cover, even if you hear that an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment is like 2,000 in my state, or maybe 1,500, which is like 200,000 Kenya shillings. You'll be able, you know what? Once you come here, you forget about Kenyan money completely. Now you're dealing with dollars. So because if
Yeah.
you convert it, you're gonna go crazy. You'll not eat,
Yeah.
you'll not dress. So don't let this opportunity go away, and don't miss it. If you come here in the US and you don't like it, you can go back. You can go back. But give yourself and your family an opportunity. Spread your wings. Don't let this opportunity go away. Do not lie. Be honest, and make sure that whatever you're applying, you're indicating there is consistent. That is my part shot. Don't let this opportunity go away. We came through the same process. Myself, I can tell you, I feel like there's a lot of opportunities here in the US, whether it's in business, education, job, raising your family here. And I would like you to have the same opportunity. I would like you to have the same opportunity.
Yep, absolutely amazing, and huku you have to, lazima ukuwe mtu wa kutia bidii bana, because like I'm coming from work, sijalala bro. Mwenye unaniona hapa sijalala na unaona niko macho. Saizi ni saa ngapi? Saizi ni saa 6 na 20. Usiku sijalala. So the discipline of working, and also pushing your gifts, because also when you work too much, then you forget your purpose. It's not about money sometimes. It's about doing things that push you, those things that you feel when you do, you are content. So, and
Gary, the guest who came before me, I hope people can watch his show. He was very informative. And one of the things that I would like people to take away from what he said is, once you arrive here in the US, connect with people. Reach out to people. Don't depend on your Kenyan community only. By the way, you will realize that you will learn a lot from other communities. Connect with people, because they will tell you things that maybe some of us Kenyans sometimes don't want to share with you. But that's how it is in here in America. Create connection. Don't just rely on your sponsor to do everything. If you go to a supermarket or a gym, reach out to people, ask people questions. In America, we ask questions all the time, you know. So don't just go and stick with just the small community that you find or just the community that your host has. Reach out to people, ask questions, and people will guide you, and they'll be happy to do that.
And as you said, the host is a very huge determinant of your life here in the US, because also there are some people who will host you, but they don't want you to overtake them. They feel now you're becoming a threat, or where they started church, they don't want you to go to if you used to go to another church or you are more exposed, they want you to just go to the small place they normally fellowship. Sometimes that's why we say it depends hugely on the person who is inviting you here or hosting you here, because if they see here, you will see here. If they see over there, you will see over there, So that's how it goes.
So I think the future is bright. That's what I can tell them. The future is very, very bright. Put effort so that you work so hard. Once you start to have all your documents, so you can get out of your host the soonest the better. Respect your host, and move on with your life. Build your life. There is hope in this country. There is hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, I'm telling you, we should be bringing this show more often, I think with that, we bring this show to an end. Thank you, Jen, so much. What is your parting shot?
The future is bright. America is a great country. America is a place where you can build your dreams, you can help yourself, you can improve yourself, and you can do a lot back in Kenya. When you come here, stabilize yourself fast. Stabilize yourself fast before you start sending money in Kenya to everybody in the village. Get education. Here in this country, it's very easy, so it can put your feet forward. That way you don't have to do like 3-4 jobs. Please follow the laws in this country. You will be a better person. Because everything is very connected here in America. So if you mess up with the law, then you might find yourself messing up with your job opportunities in future and your general life. So don't forget the dreams that you had when you went to the embassy. Okay? Don't forget what you have told the embassy. You are coming here to work hard, better your life, and pursue education. Don't forget about those things. But be patient. The first 3 years is laying the foundation. It's laying your foundation. You find people here driving wonderful cars, people living in beautiful homes. Some of people have been here for 20 years, 10 years. But you also find people who have been here for 20 years, 10 years, and they don't have a good life because of valuing issues. So come here, work hard, build yourself a future. Surround yourself with positive people who can build you. People who can build it. And you'll hear them, you'll see them. Even if your host is not the kind of a person who is going to help you move forward, you'll be able to connect with other people who know a lot and who can help you move forward. That's what I would advise you. But we are here, Gary and I are here, and so are other Kenyans who want the best for other Kenyans to succeed. So reach out to us. There is no damn question.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I think we are good. Yes. We want another one, just like the other one. We want another one, just like the other one. Yeah.
Na Gary, hebu waambie watoto ukikuja na watoto huku, when you come with children here, watoto hawachapwi in America. You do not abuse children.
Hiyo ni topic ingine, tutaleta hiyo
Yes.
topic.
Yes.
Because it's a big topic, and me coming from Kenya, my wife coming from America, we have different ways of disciplining, but I think their way is much more better.
Yeah.
But we'll bring it in a discussion here. We'll bring it in a discussion here because that's part of the culture shock, and there's no culture that is better than the other. But we can use the positive of this side and the positive of that side, and we make a very adhesive culture, you know. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. I think with that, I'll bring the show to an end. God bless you, everybody who was watching. I've seen we were 50 something people watching. Thank you very much. Make sure you like and comment. And by the way, you can support this show by if you're on our YouTube, you can see these t-shirts. I've put their match. You can see our t-shirts. You can buy something. You can buy from any country, by the way. Just click on the link there on the t-shirt. Or even on this video, if you just move it, hover it up a little bit, you'll see the t-shirts. There's brandings, there's cups. You know, a mug like this. You know, this is Kenya Marekani mug. Sorry, it has something. Yep. Yeah, that's a Kenya Marekani mug. We have. If you also click that $sign, you'll be able to see how you can be supporting Kenya Marekani, because, you know, like sitting here all the way, I would like in the future somebody like Jane. We appreciate them because of this time, because of this. This is a seminar. If you sat down, you'll pay like $70, you know, or more. Yeah, but it's good to appreciate people, and you can click that $sign. Yeah, there's a lot of gifts. There's stickers, even very cheap stickers. So just go there and see what you can do to support Mkenya Marekani, you know, so that we can keep doing this again and again and again. And we are not begging, okay? We are giving you quality stuff. Yeah. So thank you so much, Jen. Tutaonana time nyingine na tutapanga tena ukuje tena.
Yes, thank you so much for hosting me. I appreciate that.
Yes, asante sana.
Okay.
Well, that was a very, very beautiful show. So please, we are 47 of us here right now, 48. Please make sure you like this video and share, support us, because you realize I'm not saying anything about me. I'm just saying things that can benefit you who is watching, or your family, or your friend, or your brother. So also you can stretch your hand. You know, it's not begging, as I told you. You know, here in America, let me give you an example. Here in America, we have people who are professional street musicians. They don't stay there to play at they're begging. No, they've brought a kit. They've brought a kit. Like I saw a drummer playing a kit worth $10,000 on the street. He's packed a Bentley. He removed his kit, drum set. Yeah, $10,000, Baba. So that person is not a beggar. That's his work. Even they get a license to do that stuff. I brought Seattle. We were in Seattle. I brought that video here. We showed that guy. And the people who give him money is not because he looks like a beggar. No, it's because he's worthy. So when you're supporting a program like this, it's not like no, it's just you appreciating the work that we are doing, and you're extending it, like you're partnering with us. So that's the word. So be able to partner with us, because we'll be able to give you this information. And we are not charging you for the information, okay? It's free, but we are just inviting you to partner with us in different ways. And my YouTube, if you look at it, there's a $sign there on the chat. If you click that $sign, you'll be able to see how you can become a member by paying a small fee every month. You can buy a sticker. You can buy an emoji, you can buy a merch, there's t-shirts from Kenya Marekani, there's all that good stuff. So bless you as you do that. So tutaonana baadaye, we'll keep bringing a lot of the green card, because this is the process, this is the time where you need to check your status, you know. So sawa, God bless you. Follow us on all social media, TikTok, kila mahali tufuate, IG Mkenya Marekani, kila place tuko, mpaka Twitter. Yeah, tufuate humo ndani. Ukiwa na swali, you can always get us from those avenues. Ama namna gani? May God bless you. Tutaonana baadaye. See ya.